Hey everybody, Michelle is here on this Sunday. I got the right dates. I put the wrong date on the video from yesterday. I thought it was Sunday. But technically, based on my reality and perception of things, every day is Sunday. How about that? Woo! So I'm taking another break, working outdoors, trimming some of the trees so they'll look pretty, pretty for the new owners. And anyway, so I wanted to have some fun this morning and say this. So I told you I aligned with someone, right? And I'm laughing because, hey, it's fun for me. It's fun for me to be silly and, but whatever. So I told you I aligned with someone, right? And so they know that I told them that. And so I attempted to kind of explain it, saying, it's based on an alignment, because the stars and the moon and the mountains were in alignment. I saw you, blah, blah, blah. I went into all of that. And then the person said, God, you're fantastic. You're wonderful, magnificent, and so beautiful. But I'm not ready right now to meet nobody. I'm not interested. They said, no, you like I said, you're magnificent, you're wonderful, beautiful, and blah blah blah. But right now, I'm not interested. And I said, okay. I said, I don't know. And I said, okay. That I have no regrets of what I've done, to blah 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 blah. But so in the meantime, when all that was happening, a lot of other stuff started happening in the background, and to where my focus was on them, but then all of a sudden it felt like something else was happening around me. Like I said, like third parties started becoming involved and kind of interfering, and I felt like I was being like my which I know for a fact my social media was hacked, and emails were hacked, phones were hacked, blah blah blah. And so a series of things started happening, blah 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 blah. And so I just kind of I kept going on with the program. I wasn't despondent per se, but at the same time that I did when I said that this person aligned with me, that wasn't the initial intentions. The initial intentions were to get some information out. And so I knew I had to get into a place where, okay, I think I may be able to get some information out in this group here, because this group is most affected by all the adversities in the world. This particular group of people are mostly adversely affected. And I don't want to say what type of group it was right now. I said it, but because I have some other plans that I'm going to propose that I think is going to be impactful. Okay, it's going to cause major changes. So that's why I said we're at an inflection point. Based on what I understand it to be, where things are going to there's going to be some major changing going on. But anyway, let's get past that. So the point I'm making is sometimes we don't understand what's going on. All right, there's a lot of things going on that a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people are intentionally putting their head in the sand or putting blinders on because it's uncomfortable, and it's definitely uncomfortable to know that certain things are about to be exposed, and a lot of people are not ready for that. They were able to kind of remain in the background, remain hidden, the hidden hands for millennia, let's say that. And so they were able to comfortably, kind of hang around in the background. What they call it, be anonymous, be secret, and nobody knew that they were kind of hanging around in the background. Well, like I said, due to the ignorance of these so-called intellectual talking heads, or these intellectuals, these so-called wannabe so-called scientists and geniuses and however they are labeling themselves, they created a monster in the meantime. And this monster is called artificial intelligence. And so what these idiots, and I'm saying idiots because of their behavior and action. I'm not calling them idiots as something to take personally. I am calling them an idiot because of their behaviors and actions. You know, they were doing all this stuff behind the scenes, thinking they were anonymous, thinking nobody would know. Now, all of a sudden, again, it's going to be exposed. Everything is going to be exposed. Things that people thought were going to be hidden forever. And so that's why so many people are panicking, actually, because people are waking up and realizing, whoa, this is not what I thought it, you know. So lots of revelations. And what people do with it is going to be on the individual. A lot of them are going to be so despondent. I think, they're going to be it's going to be life-threatening for people around this, you know, this person, once they realize they've been made a fool, been manipulated, and they're gonna be embarrassed. All right, when stuff starts getting exposed. Drinking some juice here. So so they created a monster, and the monster is going to be, it's called, you know, it's this artificial intelligence. And I told you a lot of people are going to, it's going to be, it's no longer business as usual. A lot of people are going to be, have a rude awakening, really. And that's why so many people want you to stay asleep. They don't want you to be woke. They want you to sleep, because once you wake up and snap out of it and get out of that trance, oh boy. So, but anyway, I'll talk more about that later. But anyway, so like I said, with my alignment, like a lot of things will make sense to us because we were not taught to. We were not taught for it to make sense. That was the whole idea. The whole idea was for us to not think and not to be thinking about stuff. The whole idea is to let some third party take care of things. And so we say, oh, okay, all right. Hey, if I don't have to think about it and somebody else says they want to think about it, that's fantastic. So that's what we did for decades upon decades upon decades. We said, oh, we'll let them take care of it. You know, they said they are a leader, let them lead. They said that they are, you know, the so-called intellectuals and, you know, the so-called scientists. Hey, let them handle it. They said they want to handle it. So we allowed them. Okay, we allowed them. So, but in the meantime, in between time, you know, we stopped thinking less and less and less and less. And on top of that, when you have war affects the consciousness adversely, especially those of hereditary properties. War affects you adversely. Your consciousness causes you to be even more so aggressive, homicidal, you know, just ready to wreak havoc over the whole planet. But anyway, we'll talk about that at another time. So let's get back to me when I said about the alignment part. When I told this person, you know, whatever, that we essentially belong together. That's just my perception. That's the vision I got. That's the information I received. And at the time when I received it, I wasn't ready to materialize it, meaning I wasn't ready to seek it out as I am now, because at that time I was living in an apartment in a rough area of town, per se. It was near the police department. So it was a rough part of town. And I had no furniture in that place. You know, it was a 1-bedroom. I had no furniture. I couldn't afford a television at the time. All I could afford is have a laptop. And so with the laptop, I spent my time, I told you, learning and teaching myself certain things via YouTube, via other applications of meditation stuff, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I discovered a whole lot of things happening during that time, and that was a major event in our lives. As I told you, it was around that period of 2008 to 2010. So I'm in this place. Like I said, I have no TV. All I have is my laptop. I used to get all kind of emails. Oh my God. To me, it was just too many emails. And so I had to split up accounts. One account basically was like an account for newsletters, whatever. So I used to get maybe it wasn't thousands, but this did say hundreds and hundreds of newsletters. And then one newsletter caught my attention. I'm like, wow, But anyway, and then I saw a face and I'm like, wow, okay, And then, blah, 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 blah. And then time goes forward as it does. Okay, and I see the face again and blah, 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 blah. Now, again, I still didn't know that was my alignment at that time. I just knew that I had to get some information out. I knew I had to disseminate stuff. And I knew the best place to do it is, in a place where, because prior to that, my social media accounts were hacked. I said it again. They were hacked. They were this and that and another. And I had to go back and apologize to people about stuff that happened. I also took that opportunity to go and apologize to people that I may have caused any harm. I went out to dinner with a few of them and just tried to clear the air and make sure everything was good. I only approach people that I felt safe in doing so. I do not approach sociopaths, psychopaths, narcissists, and ask for nothing from them that I've come across in my life. Okay, whether they are on a personal or business level. Once I sever the relationship with a sociopath, psychopath, narcissistic, that type of personality, that's it forever. I don't go back to that. I don't go back to it. I may be cordial, hello, goodbye. In that realm of a interaction. But other than that, no. And I suggest that to anybody else as well. So I, like I said, I had to go in and apologize to people, let them know that, hey, this is what happened. Wasn't me. I'm sorry. And, I think maybe, and we just kind of talked it out. I remember one person I met up with, we talked. We were in a restaurant, and I think we were in there for 3 or 4 hours talking and catching up on stuff. And that was the first time. That was at that time in the restaurant when we were in there for, I say, 4 to 5 hours talking. Once we parted, that was it. They went on their way in a peaceful, loving way. I went on my way. They went on their way, got married, this and that and the other. And their life, I hadn't had a chance to find out what's going on in their life because I'm too busy worrying about what's going on in mine. Every now and then I'll look people up and like I said, I've been attempting to talk to a few of them, but for some reason, So that's suspicious to me, actually. And so anyway, so I made it known that that this person is my alignment, that we are supposed to be together. I mean, it sounds crazy, doesn't it? And I love it. I told you this bitch is crazy. All right. And I feel, and to me, that's a compliment. But anyway, so as time goes on, I'm more convinced than ever, not convinced, more confident than ever that that's the case. That we have an alignment of something, with someone, with groups, with events, with this, that's just, if everything were equal and we were elevated properly in our consciousness, elevated properly in our psyche, and how we express ourselves, how we behave as human beings, it would make sense. Oh, okay. That things line up, because things are supposed to not line up, but things are supposed to align up. So that things are rolling together, rolling forward properly. There's no imbalance. And so I told you, if everything were equal, I can be talking here on the East Coast and to be talking to someone all the way over in the West Coast, and they can hear me, and we can respond back to each other. A lot of people call that telepathic. And if everything were equal, like I said, we could be doing that. Okay, or Star Trek and all over the universe, Star Wars and all over the universe, whatever the case may be. But a lot of us missed that point. We missed that opportunity, and it's irreversible. It's irreversible. So now what has to happen is we still need to be moving forward, but a lot of people will not. We still, there's still that, there's still a path that everyone has to take, because like I also posed this some time ago. What if somebody told you got 6 months to live, or we got 6 months before this planet blows up? What are you going to do? Well, for me, I'm going to keep moving forward towards my path because, the planet might blow up, but I might survive it. Anybody ever thought that way? Nobody usually does. This or that, because there's always survivors. There's always survivors. In most cases. So, but if I am the only one that survives, that's a problem, because I won't be able to take care of a planet by myself, So, but anyway, so it's going to be a rude awakening for a lot of people. Rude awakening when they finally snap out of it and they realize where they are and what they've done and how they've wasted time, interfered with other people, complacent, and not heed the warnings, the taps on their shoulders, the visions in their dreams, some of the nightmares they've had. Some people talk about nightmares. Those are warnings. Think about it. So, and I don't remember having nightmares. I used to have just visions, snapshots of things. And and as a little girl, I was terrorized. How about that? But as an adult, I realized, okay, that's all that was. It was just sparks of information. This is what your life is going to be. Hello. And so it was just too much, overwhelming, because it was so vivid. And I told you about the white sand, and it was cold to the touch, So anyway, what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm following the path to my alignment, to a destination, and in my possible destiny now. And so I know, like I said, a lot of people are not going to do that. A lot of people are going to be impulsive. Okay, a lot of people are going to just be following the crowds, stepping on people and stepping on toes and pushing people out of the way, stealing content, stealing information, stealing money. Just the degeneracy of certain behaviors of people are going to be even more extreme and dangerous. Okay, and more extreme and dangerous. But I'm good. Okay, because I'm a one-man show right now. I'm handling things and navigating stuff very clearly and effectively. Safety is utmost importance, and what I share is I know what I'm sharing. Okay, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I share. I know what I disclose. Okay, because I know what I'm doing, right? I know what I'm doing. And so I'm going to keep it moving forward. But like I said, if you are told that you have 6 months to live, or this planet has 6 months before it explodes, what are you going to do? Okay, like I said, I'm just going to keep moving forward and find a place of safety. Okay, I'm going to move forward and find a place of safety. And that's just something that's just something I'm throwing out. Because there are dire situations in certain regions, and some people know that, but they keep, they'll get this, they'll have the prophecies of everything being destroyed, including their house, but then they'll rebuild again. That seems defiant, actually. But anyway, I'll talk more about that later. But anyway, so so my alignment. So what I'm going to do with my alignment, right? I'm going to go up to them. Well, I'm going to go up to their place, and knock on the door and say to them, hey, my name is Michelle and blah, blah, blah. Hey, I just want to let you know that we align and we're supposed to be together. And I know the person answering the door, I know they got their cell phone and they already done called 911. I know they have. But I want to keep talking and this and that and the other. And then the person going to say, oh, I remember now. I remember too. Yeah, come on in, right? Come on in. Wishful thinking. Hey, and that sometimes that works too. Keep in mind. So have fun with your life. Know that, what would you do if the planet is going to be destroyed in 4 months? What would you do? If that's what someone told you, so you just have to be reflective, be grounded in reality, make sure you are understanding your responsibilities and what you are accountable for. Don't be impulsive, following crowds. Stop interfering with people. Stop asking questions that's irrelevant. Okay, because most of the time people don't remember anything. A lot of people don't remember that they're talking about the same. Okay, let's be clear. I am giving out information, so I said in certain circumstances you have to keep repeating yourself, but you have to be a little bit more creative as to how you get the information out, because it takes us so long to snap out of it and get a grip on reality. So you have to kind of repeat yourself, but kind of change it up, be more creative. Okay, but there are some people, there's many actually, who are just rambling and don't know they're rambling, and they think that they are being, giving you some top-notch knowledge about something. Okay, I told you I had this person in my space at one point, and all they would do is talk about the same experience over and over and over. Okay, they're not building. They don't have any other more. They are not creating more experiences. And I used to, and that was, like I said, that almost drove me to slam my head into a wall. They were not elevating their conversation. They'll talk about something and be all immersed in it. Cool. And then I would say, okay, now, didn't we just talk about that last week? So I know that this person is experiencing some type of dementia, because my mom was acting just like that. Okay. But what are you going to do? Because this person was self-righteous as well. And it's hard to talk to self-righteous people. It really is. So you just have to kind of let them go, and literally, you just got to let them go. Get them out of your space. They don't need to be in your space. So my point is this. Like I put a video out, lining up versus aligning up. You have to know what the difference are, so you'll be wasting your time lining up stuff instead of allowing it to align up. I'm going to have fun with this. I'm not concerned about anything, really. I'm not. Why would I? I think if you're doing the right thing, you will be protected. Your consciousness will protect you. Okay? If you're telling the truth and being as honest as possible, being as genuine as possible, transparent, you're protected. But again, like I said, a lot of people are being exposed. Their facade, okay, that's being exposed. Their lies, manipulation, deceptions is being exposed. And it's going to be exposed based on the efforts of artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence is going to be neutral at some point, and not care whether they are inflicting harm or good, whether they destroy or not. Everybody's going to be equal. Okay? Has anybody thought about that? So, equal targets. How about that? Equal targets, finally, instead of the same old people all the time. Like black culture or women or those that have a lifestyle that no one wants to accept. Soon everyone is a target, regardless of whether you created it or not. It's going to turn on you too. Artificial intelligence is going to turn on you too. So, and again, if you are genuine, transparent, neutral, you'll be able to deal with a lot of this stuff. Okay, but if you think you're privileged, okay, you think you're superior, holier than thou, self-righteousness, you're going to have a rude awakening. So, I'll go ahead and stop right there. Still working outdoors, handling my business, but trust me, I'll be back.